With all the distractions in our lives today, it's very easy to feel that you can't really produce with so many obstacles, so many notifications, so many things popping up, happening, and impeding you of focusing in one task. If you have this problem, please stick with us. My name is Theo Odanucci and I talk about productivity here on YouTube. So today we're going to talk about a technique that was developed to mitigate this problem of having so many outputs of things competing for your attention. The technique today is the Pomodoro technique. And the Pomodoro technique has this name because of that old timer, the Pomodoro timer. And this technique teaches you how to tune down, to dim the obstructions, the things that compete for your attention, so you can focus specifically in one task. So the first thing we need to do when we aim to use this technique, and it really depends, because if you are more analogic like myself, you can get an hourglass or a clock, or if you prefer apps, there are a plethora of apps, even the digital clock on your computer, or even apps like the toggle tracker. So after you find the medium that will count the time for you, you will learn how to put the do not disturb on your mobile. That's quite important as well, because I'm not going to tell you to turn off your mobile and so you won't be distracted, because I know that we all have our life and very important and emergential things that can appear in our lives. I, for example, have a daughter, so I can't really turn off the mobile, because if someone from her school calls, I need to be ready, right? So what I'll need you to do is I'll need you to look for the most important contacts, the ones that you can't really turn off. So that would be like an emergency number from your kid's school or your parent or anything like that that really can't wait, and specific messages, again, like if you have elderly parents that need help or need assistance or anything like that. But you need to be very considerate in that part, because it's really easy to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this person and this person, oh, and that person and that person, and then you have everyone. So ideally just the most important, and people that can't really wait when something happens, okay? Then you will create a code, really easy and basic code. Like if you work in an office space, for example, you will put like a post-it on your monitor or somewhere to signalize that you are in deep focus mode and you can't really be disturbed. If you work at home, to create some sort of code with your partner or with your kids, is saying, hey, I need this time, I need to be focused on this time, I can't really interact with you or, be disturbed in this time, but it won't last long, it's that time and that's it, okay? After you do this, the basic time from the Pomodoro technique is divided in 25 and 5. What that means is you're gonna work for 25 minutes and then you're gonna stop and rewind and relax for 5 minutes. You can think, well, 25 minutes is not that long. What do you mean? But it's not 25 minutes, because it all depends on how you deal with your time, how you work with your time, right? So 25 minutes of deep focus is worth far more than 4 hours of working a little bit and then stopping and then walking and then looking for emails and having phone calls and things like that. 25 minutes of deep work are invaluable. Sometimes you're gonna do more in those 25 minutes than the rest of the day if you do it right. And the third thing is to focus on your environment. It's important to have a place where you feel comfortable and even inspired to work, and a place that won't compete with your attention as well, like your desk, for example. So tidy up your desk, or wherever you work, just for things not to pop up and not to, because it's really easy when you have so many things that you're going to work and then you're going to look at something that will remember you that you need to do something, and then your focus goes out of the window, right? So tidy desk, mobile on do not disturb, people around you knowing that you're gonna go into deep focus mode. See what you're gonna work before you press play or you turn your hourglass. Put the timer and go work. And work in one task until you finish this task. Avoid multitasking when you're doing deep work. Because if you try to multitask, you're gonna do like 10% of one task, 15% of another task, 20% of another task, 10% of, you know, you're not gonna finish one task. You're gonna do small bits of many tasks, but not finish one task. You need to focus on one task and you work for 25 minutes without doing anything else, without checking emails, without taking phone, anything else, right? After the 25 minutes, you minimize the tabs, or you put your whatever you're doing, whatever your work is, to the side, stand up, go take a small walk, go drink some water, do something to distract your mind, reset your brain. And I don't want to tell you to mark your 5 minutes, because that alone is a bit stressful. But keep in mind that if you don't pay any attention to the time that you're relaxing, it's really easy from 5 to go to an hour or half an hour. So keep in mind that you have 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes, sit down, put the post-it up or close the door or whatever your system is. Close anything else, any browser or email that was open in your screen or taking your field of view, and then work more 25. And it's important to notice that different people have different needs and different endurance levels, right? You might think that 25 minutes it's too small of a time to work, and you'll be surprised when you start doing this. But for some people, they realize that 25 minutes is too long. A lot of people, when they start working on Pomodoro technique, they start with 15 minutes. So you can do 15 minutes and then 3 minutes of rest, or even 5 minutes of rest. But it's important to try to push it. You can do 15 for a week, just to see if you can deal with that, or if you build up your endurance, and then you start 20 minutes and then 25 minutes, right? And the other way around is possible as well. You can go 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes. It's important for you to not overstress yourself, and you need to keep in mind that you're not a robot. So 1 week you're gonna be very inspired, very eager to go and conquest and do all of that. The other one, you might be a bit under the weather, not so happy you're focused, or anything like that. You can go to the beginning of the week and try the Pomodoro, and if the time that you're trying, like you want 50 minutes and 10 minutes of stop maybe, and you go and, well, 15 minutes a bit too heavy for me this week, so you can go back, you go to 40 minutes, 40 minutes and 5 minutes of rest. You try that, see, well, yeah, this made a difference for me, I can work a little better like this. So do this for that week. Same thing in the opposite way. If you usually do 25, but 1 week you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna finish this week. You grow from 25 to 40 to 50. And then you need to work with your time. Nobody's the same. And even the same people, they're different each week, right? So you need to be true with yourself and admit if this week is a little complicated, or this week I'm gonna do this. It's up to you. Don't be too harsh on yourself. You need to be your own best friend. Only you can say without a shadow of doubt if you're capable of something or not. Be kind to yourself, and then you will achieve anything. Okay? Thank you very much. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to this channel, and thank you very much. Bye.